Welcome back to Square Off. The Arizona Democratic Party filed suit last week to knock an independent third party, the No Labels Party, off the 2024 ballot. Why are the Dems trying to reduce voter choices at a time when many voters are unhappy with the choices they have? Maybe I just answered the question. I don't know. We're back with Democratic consultant Stacy Pearson of Lumen Strategies and former Republican candidate for governor and attorney Christine Jones. Welcome back. Another independent party, a second one, the Forward Party, led by former presidential candidate Andrew Yang, plans to get on the 2024 ballot here in Arizona, but it hasn't qualified yet. Stacy, this is your party. Why is Arizona a target for the parties?
Well, we're going to remain a competitive state for the foreseeable future. So everyone is trying to figure out how to get in and influence the outcome of elections. I am absolutely amused by the concept of a no labels party, in that no labels is a label. I mean, it's literally a label. So I'm fascinated by this, and all four people who have now switched their literally four people,
yes.
Four human beings who have switched their registration. I think this is nonsense, and we do have a catch-all for folks that don't align with the traditional party structure, and it's other. It is independent, and that is the largest group of voters here in many of our cities and portions of the state.
Okay, but what's the Democratic Party's? The Democratic Party, in their legal brief, makes a legal argument saying they did this all wrong, but there's more going on here than just that, isn't there?
Sure. I mean, the signature challenges come up every time Republicans do it to each other, Democrats do it to each other. That's not new. But to Stacy's point, there already is a no-party designated bucket. It happens to be a third of the population of the registered voters in the state. But this is tricky for Democrats, because when you get a third party who has backing and who is financed by real money, you really could potentially end up splitting off those votes. I'm not sure it doesn't also hurt the Republicans. Let's just make that clear. But of course, if you're Ruben Gallego, you don't want this, because does Kyrsten Sinema get in that lane and run for Senate? I mean, I think it's very damaging, and of course, maybe potentially clears the way for the Republicans.
And again, especially in our close elections over the last 3 cycles now, these folks could make a real difference and harm perhaps a Democratic candidate more.
It could harm any candidate more. I mean, we're really talking about elections that are being decided by 11,000 votes, 17,000 votes. So
500 votes?
500 votes.
9
votes.
9.
When you ran for Congress.
You know better than anybody. So certainly, those 4 people.
Yes, they would have really
halfway there.
I was halfway there.
So certainly, this is just really just partisan politics at play.
Partisan politics by the Democrats?
All of them. I mean,
Come on.
That's the question. Whose money? I mean, whose money?
Well, you've got Lieberman on one side and Hogan on the other, so presumably it's both, but that's a label, as Stacy says.
We'll find out. Okay, I want to end by going back to the Capitol, where Republican lawmakers are dangling a $10,000 a year, $10,000 raise over the next 2 years for every teacher in Arizona. Passed by the House, now goes to the Senate. What's not to like? $10,000 bucks.
We need comprehensive education finance reform. This is just throwing meat into a starving group of folks. I mean, this is just not enough. And it is just applied to teachers, not applied to behavioral health folks, not applied to counselors, not applied to the crossing guards even. I mean, to make a school work, you need that infrastructure, and this doesn't go far enough.
And to be clear, the bill does have a lot of kind of qualifications, such as more accountability, more other things. Is this a fair, honest offer by Republicans, do you think?
Well, again, I always disclose my husband is a public school teacher, so if there's a raise, we get some of it. I mean, raises for teachers are good, but this goes back to my initial point about the Hobbs administration. If you think that the devil is in the detail, come back to me and let's make this better. Don't just veto this stuff, Governor Hobbs. You have to be able to say, with integrity, I think our teachers are underpaid. I think our school administrators are underpaid. I think our crossing guards are underpaid. Okay, let's go fix it together. Get the leadership in the room and figure this out.
Something to watch, because that very well could land on her desk for signing and could be another veto. Christine Jones, Stacy Pearson, thank you so much for joining us. Great discussion.
Thank you.
Thank you.